Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, Ethereum, EOS, and Ripple XRP, at least for the short term. And we're going to talk about basically regarding the current structure we got. We're going to start off with the daily time frame. As you can see, excuse me, the volume on the daily time frame is quite low. It's not a lot compared to what I've been expecting over the last few days, right? We currently got just about like a 52,000 traded volume over the last let's say 20 hours. So we got 4 hours left, so we could be expecting up to 50,000 trading volume, okay? Because I'm expecting like a daily volume to be up to 100,000, but it is kind of aggressive to expect like 50,000 trading volume in like a 4-hour time frame, right? But let's say if we're gonna get like 70,000 to 75,000 volume over the next 4-hour time frame, it is still going to be a very volatile for a 4-hour time frame to get a 50,000 trading volume. Okay, so how does it gonna how will it affect basically our basically strategy? If you take a look at it on the lower degree, we already got a bearish momentum. Okay, on the MACD already signaling like a strong sell-off, and most of the time whenever we get a MACD crossover, if it is not a fake out, we tend to get like a just about like a 400 to 600 points, right? 400 to 600 points gonna take us just about from a current price of 67.50, gonna take us just about like a 63, which is basically roughly around our support level of 61 to 58 range, at least for the short term. And if you take a look at it on the lower degree, not just the MACD, but on the let's say take a look at on the hourly. On the hourly, last time when BC was on Sunday, before weekly close, we said exactly BC could be making this impulse move to the upside, right, up to like even retest like a 73 range, just to give us a possible head and shoulder range. Okay, so we got this head and shoulder, and basically got the sell off on Sunday. So on Sunday, we went live and we said be cautious, because most of the time BC can give you these basically a big sell-off, but it tends to basically give you a pullback. This pullback can sometimes go all the way up to 0.786. I mean 0.786, yes, 0.786. But I said, we could get a possible rejection just about like 6950. BC went up to like basically almost 7K, okay, depending which exchange you're using, right? So now we're making another corrective move down. This move, even though it's corrective, it is part of a correction, but it is kind of impulse, and it could be a third wave. It could be the third wave down, okay? So, and we could be getting our wave number 5 before a pullback and a further sell-off, right? So if you bearish, you got all the recipe to be bearish. You got a head and shoulder formation. You can clearly see you got a head and shoulder formation, and you got a neckline. You're looking for a break to the downside, 1-to-1 extension, gonna take you just about like a 57 to a 58 range. And 58 is it is a very important historical support level for BTC. If you pay clear attention to it, even on the higher time frame, really it doesn't matter which time frame you look at. Let's take a look at it on Binance on a weekly basis. This level of 58 range, it is a very important historical let's do it like this. Okay, historically you can see like back in 2017, after we got that big dump, just about like 74, I think like was like the first week of November. I remember this one exactly, or the market was like down 30, 40, 40, 50% some alt, right? And November 13th, we got this big pump to the upside, right? Monday, November 13th. So you can see similarly, we got a big support resistance. As now we basically retested just about 55 to 58 level. Similarly, after the big dump from 6K area, that's the same level we got a support. Now we drop all the way down to this level, okay? We could not even cleanly, okay, we could not even cleanly close below it. Okay, we closed below it. The very next week we tried to pump above it and then got we successfully pump above it, right? So we have to pay attention to the 58 level. Okay, even though it is our target, it does not mean, okay, it does not mean like we're gonna breach it and break it like cleanly and then keep going down, right? So it is an area you want to take profit and look for a possible bounce to the upside, right? At least for the short term, not 10K or stuff like that, but a small bounce, three-way move pullback for the move for the sell-off, right? But on the lower degree, at least for the short term, we might not be getting, like I said, we might not be getting a strong sell-off right away. We're not going to be, I don't think we're going to be getting a straight sell-off. This move could be very, very slow. All right, so that's one of the reasons I'm looking for BC to break at least 66 for a possible strong sell-off. This move can still be a three-way move pullback. So if you try to short it right there and you did not enter just about like 6880 to a 6900 range, you could be facing like some panic mode, like basically pumping up and down and try to retest like the 6950 range within this level before dropping down. Because this move, like I said previously, it's going to be very impulse. Because this move was corrective, this has to be impulse, and then you could get another correction before another impulse wave down, right? So let's keep that in mind. So bearish momentum for BTC. We got the head and shoulder formation already. We anticipated since basically last Sunday and stuff like that, right? So you can see on the weekly, on the 3-day chart, volume is kind of important. As I said it previously, we needed our 3-day chart volume to basically pick up. It is basically picking up, but it is not fast. Right now we just got like 50,000. That's not a lot, even though it's like only less than 24 hours, because we got 48 more hours to basically get more than 250,000. But at least for the short term, we need to average daily volume over 80,000, to at least like a retest this candle volume of just about like a 240. Okay, if we don't average 80,000, we're not going to be able to do it, right? So it means volatility gonna be a lot. We're gonna get a lot of volatility within the next like 2 to 3 days, because if we're gonna be bullish on a 3-day basis, it means we're gonna have to close just about like a 73, okay, 73 to a 7300, okay, on the 3-day basis. But on the 2-day basis, right, we just need to close just about like a 72.50 to 72.85, right? If we get a clean close above a 72, that's absolutely a long position to take all the way up to like a 79 to 81 range, okay? 79 to 81, not even 72, because we're talking about the 2-day basis. It's too different, okay? When you take a look at your resistance on your daily basis and your resistance on your 2-day chart is different, okay? Your 100 EMA on your 2-day chart, it is just about like a 69. If you take a look at it on your daily, it is just about like a 76.18, right? So it is not a it's a big difference, 300 points difference, from 7600 to like 7900 range. That's what we're looking for, at least for the short term. Bearish momentum, head and shoulder formation, a drop down to roughly 58 level. 58, it is basically your let's take a look at on fib retracement again. It is basically your 382 pullback. 382 pullback, very strong, a very strong Fibonacci retracement level. Most of the time you're gonna get a bounce. Okay, this bounce could be going back up previously to your previous 382. I mean, not 382, your previous 236, or could even go higher and retest this level to give you another head and shoulder formation. So we got a head and shoulder formation on the lower degree, and you could be making another one. All right, so and if you're going to be looking for a 1-to-1 extension of this move, guys, I know it is too soon to talk about it, but we could anticipate it. It could take us all the way down to 4K. So we've been calling for this 3K to 4K area, but would not be anticipating like a nasty sell-off down to this level. Okay, would start buying just about like a 5K 4500, start accumulating just just in case we got a a quick price action, and then a price get bought up very quickly, and then we're going to be looking for our next target to the upside, which could be all the way up to 12K. We already talked about it, but let's just get a strong support within this level of a 4 to 5K area. All right, so that's all I wanted to cover today. I'm just going to cover Ethereum very quickly. Ethereum, I'm just going to focus on the weekly basis because that's the most important for Ethereum. So Ethereum weekly basis, most important moving average for Ethereum, it is just about your 25 MA. Okay, 25 MA. If we get this pullback, 25 MA could be moving much lower than what it is right now. Currently it is just about 168. So if we can pump above this 25 MA, that's going to be a very bullish sign, at least for Ethereum, at least for the short term. Let's just dive into the lower degree very quickly. So Ethereum lower degree already give us a bearish momentum. That's one of the reasons why we basically were looking for a short for BTC, because this move was already a flat correction, and we said it is going to give us a strong sell-off to the downside. So that's what it did exactly, but it gives us a better pattern. This pattern is nothing but the move we made right there. So what do you expect? We just have to expect this move. That's one of the reasons I'm not bullish on BTC, because all to giving you they're already giving you this bearish momentum. If you take a look at it previously, we already got the same structure within this range. As we said it, right, Ethereum made this move. We look for this move to be the corrective move and further move to the downside, right? That's exactly what we expected from Ethereum, especially with the descending triangle. Okay, we already talked about Ethereum descending triangle when Ethereum was making this just about I think it was just about this area somewhere around here was making like a descending. I think it was like Ethereum BTC. Okay, Ethereum BTC was making the descending triangle, so just about like a 250 level. But on versus versus USD was making just a three-way move. All right, that's the same structure, guys. I showed you this type of pattern whenever market wants to make a long downtrend. Okay, it usually give you a three-way move pullback after a basically a strong sell-off, right? So even if you go back, take a look at it previously from this level of like a $400, you can see we dropped. What we did next, we basically made a beautiful three-way move. Okay, and then we got this sell-off. And if you take a look at it cleanly also, you can see the same structure we made right there. That's the same structure we just made right here. Okay, that's the same exact structure. We got this impulse move, and then we got this three-way move. We got this sell-off, but Ethereum just want to give us another wedge within this range. Okay, but you just incorporate everything, and then you just call it your three-way move pullback and your sell-off, right? Even I can show you back if I go back to BTC, I can show you what I'm trying to convince you about, right? So take a look at it. So you can see like BTC made the same structure just about the 10K area. We got this drop. BTC still give us a three-way move. I was waiting for it to retest the top, similarly like what we're trying to do right now on a lower degree, but it did not retest the top at just about like a retest the top just about like a 10.2. It got stopped just about 10.1 to 10,000 level. Okay, just about 10,000 level before the sell-off. So this three-way move, guys, they pretty bearish. Even this move we got right there, it was also a three-way move we recognized before the drop. So it is something like you just have to pay attention to, at least for the short term. It is something like you just have to keep in mind. The three-way move, they always give you another impulse wave to the downside. On the high degree, back in that's Bybit. Let's take a look at it on Binance. On a high degree, you can also see it like a just about like a 20K area. It is a clean three-way move pullback. After we got this impulse move down, right, it gave us this three-way move pullback. Okay, so it is up to you to recognize it, anticipate it, and it's going to keep giving you these waves. Okay, it's going to keep giving you these three-way move, lower lows, and most people like to call it lower highs. Okay, lower highs and lower lows and so on, right? So market is pretty bearish, at least for the short term, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at King XRP. So XRP is looking not looking great, at least for the short term neither. It is giving us the same type of structure we've been looking for from basically Ethereum, and it gave us a better bearish momentum. As you can see, this is a 6 hour engulfing candle. They very important. One of the reasons why I like 6 hour, because it's not 4 hour, it's not 2 hour. Absolutely, I mean, of course, yes, right? So it gives you like a better basically bullish momentum or a better bearish momentum. As you can see, 6 hour engulfing, and we cannot basically break above it. And we recognize this move, the three-way move last Sunday, and we said it's gonna sell off. One of the reasons we were basically also very bearish on Ethereum. And basically BTC, XRP three-way move pullback after a strong sell-off, especially after a triangle sell-off. You just have to expect what another basically corrective move, right? We got this sell-off, now we're making another correction. This is a kind of impulse, this is a correction. So if we get this move, it's just going to be a correction before a further move to the downside, right? If you want to play with trend lines, you still got your sort of descending triangle within this range, right? You could call it, okay, your descending triangle within this range, and you could be looking for a further down move for XRP. If you don't want to include the top, it's fine, but just to be if you want to be too bearish, you can include your top formation and then look for this move. Okay, if you don't want to be too bearish, you could look for this just this move, right? And then you could be looking for all the way down to like a 16 cents to 17 cents range, all the way down to like a just about 16 to 15 cents, right? Range. All right, at least for the short term. XRP is not looking good. We could get a bounce, but it could be a fake out. At least for the short term, volume has to basically acknowledge it. If we get a big volume with a big bounce, we could say, hey, we're going to be going to the upside. But volume decreasing, price, volume increasing, price decreasing, that's not a good sign. Volume decreasing, price increasing, that's neither. It's not a good sign neither. So it is something you just have to keep in mind. We got a strong trend line, retest of it, it could be doomed all the way down to 15, right? At least for the short term, that's what I see. Bullish momentum for XRP, we have to basically just break this trend line. If like we can keep a strong momentum within this level, we can basically try to retest like a 20 cents, right? At least for the short term, for a possible rejection and push to the upside. We got a very strong resistance within this range, just about like a 21 up to 21 to 22 range. So even if we pump back up, we're gonna have to make a correction within like a 22 cents. But as of now, I would just focus on like this bearish momentum and not try to be too greedy and looking for high prices. Can it retest like 19, 20? Yes, but all the way up to like a 22, I don't see us making it as of now, right? But if we get a possible push to the upside with a good volume, we can definitely retest like up to 21 to 22 cents, right? But like I said, bearish momentum is stronger right now, so let's just stick with the bearish momentum until we get further data to basically be bullish, right? All right guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to join our basically public Telegram group, link in the description. If you want to basically join my premium group for daily analysis, price target, live trading, make sure to send me a link. Send me basically a message. I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord channel for the premium group, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.